All right, howdy ho, howdy who. How's everybody doing? All right, welcome to Friday. So life is good, life's exciting. We get everybody muted. Figure out how to do it. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So welcome in. So here we go. We are looking at the market, I guess. I'm a little distracted. All right, so what do we got going on here? Now, first of all, I like what Ken said. Let's go to Discord and see what Ken said. Ken, are you with you? Yeah, Ken's here. So, and what Ken said was reason reason 13, not to listen to the news 1 second after they report the fact. For all the doom and gloom we hear about the economy, one of the best indicators of business is all around you. For example, I live next to River Styx. My neighbor is Sharon, the local ferryman, population around 5,000. So we're getting a real life supermarket. Publix and Ace Hardware just opened earlier in the week. I pay attention to this. My neighbors, other than Sharon, doing well and risking capital for new businesses. This won't change the world, this one instance, but I watch wherever I go and I listen to people, not to talking heads or fake news. And I think that is so true and something that we need to think about. Y'all, how do I know how the economy's doing? I call my buddy Steve from high school and college, and I say, Steve, he works at CSX, the railroad. Hey, will y'all turn that down? It's too loud. And I say, Steve, how's the railroad business? And he tells me, dude, we are busy. I can't keep up. I mean, we're running around the clock. That's how I know how the economy's going. I don't listen to things about supply chains. I don't listen to things about inflation. I don't listen to all of that. And business is good, y'all. Business is really, really, really good. Now, here's what everybody's freaked out about. Let's just think for a minute. Here's what everybody's freaked out about. The Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates. Okay. And it's going to crash the stock market. Okay, let's talk about it just for a second. Rates are near, those long-term rates that they're raising, these interest rates that they're raising are near what? 0% now, right? I mean, I don't follow interest rates. You know, I know what I got on my house and that's it. So the interest rate's near zero. So they're going to raise maybe 4 times this year. Let's say they raise 0.25% each quarter. Okay. So that would get interest rates going from near 0 to 1%. Heck, let's say they raise them 1% each quarter. And we know that's not going to happen. It's just not. But let's say that they did. So rates go from near 0 to 4% if they raise them 1% for the next 4 quarters. Okay. So now you're going to tell me that all of these degenerates that are in the stock market that have made ungodly money over the last 10, 15 years are now all of a sudden going to go, hey, wait, I'm going to get out of the stock market so I can make 4% in safe money. Are you kidding me? Y'all, there are those of y'all that are not even happy with getting 12% a year. So you think that they're going to tank the stock market and go, oh my gosh, interest rates are going up now, baby. I'm going to get me some safe money. I'm going to get me some 4%. You really believe that these degenerate gambling WSBers are going to go, oh yeah, baby, I'm out of the market? No, they're not going out of the market. Well, Bob, the institutional, whatever. The institutional investors are worse. You think they're going to get out because they want 4% safe money? No. So just look around. Don't follow the news. Do I know when Jay Powell speaks? Yes. Am I a little on, looking for big moves in the market? Yes. But does what he says to me or to the country matter? No. This stuff is just fluff and noise. Fluff and noise. We lived through Vietnam, we lived through Korea, we lived through World War II, we lived through World War I, we lived through the Great Depression, we lived through 9/11, we lived through the housing crisis of 2008, we lived through the 2000 dot-com bubble. We lived through all of that, and we are still here. Business is still good. And as long as Nancy Pelosi is Speaker of the House, business is going to be good. That's all you got to do. Hey, Nancy, living in her $30 million properties, how'd she get that? She didn't make that from being Speaker of the House. Nancy made that from, well, her husband made it, from knowing what the rules of the House are going to be, what the laws are going to be, who's going to be favored and who's going to be punished. That's how they make their money. And are you telling me that the politicians in Washington are not going to reward the evil capitalist corporations out there? You telling me that we're going to stick it to the corporation? No. So you can sit there and bitch and moan, and you can picket in the streets, and you can say how unfair that corporations and all this, or you can jump on the bandwagon, baby. You can jump on the bandwagon. This is America. This is capitalism. And you can be for it, you can be against it, you can be a little socialist sitting in your little closet sucking on your thumb. I don't care. You can give everybody a worldwide global income. What do they call that? I don't know, they call it something. I can't remember what it is, but you can give everybody income. And like I told my class yesterday, Jesus was correct. Jesus said, hey, I ain't gonna be with you guys much longer, but you will always have the poor. The poor will always be among you. So there's always going to be poor people. There's always going to be rich, greedy capitalists. There's always going to be corporations that are doing just fine. And last I checked, Miss Beth is still buying from Amazon. Last I checked, Miss Beth is still purchasing God knows what, and kids' clothes and all of this. So we're doing good, and people are still buying. We had ribeye steaks this week. How can you have ribeye steaks in a recession? Piggly Wiggly had them on sale for $9.99 a pound. And do you realize that I got enough steaks for my whole family for $40? $40. We went out to KFC last night / Taco Bell. KFC / Taco Bell. So you go in and you do your, you go through the drive-thru, you wait an hour because everybody in the mama was getting chicken and tacos yesterday. And so I ordered food for us. How much does it cost for me to feed a family of 7 from Taco Bell and KFC? Y'all ready for this? $67. $67 from dang KFC, Taco Bell. Whatever happened to y'all remember the 59, 79, 99 that Taco Bell had? Where is that? So if inflation is rampant, okay, what does that mean about asset prices? That means that all asset prices rise. So what does that mean? That means that is there a good probability that the price of stocks will continue to rise as well? Yes. So everybody in the mama is scared to death about inflation. Why? Why? I'm not scared. I'm not watching it. I'm not sitting here just, oh, what if they raise rates 4 times this year? Well, all of us are not going into the bond market. We're not going to go, oh yeah, I think I'll buy government treasury bonds. I'm not doing that. You think Joe Q Public, who is putting money into his 401k, is going to go, well, I guess they're raising interest rates. I guess I need, no, that's not what he's doing. Because most of them that have joined Wall Street Bets, they're YOLOing and FOMOing. That's what they're doing. And they're not going to be satisfied with even if interest rates get up to 8%. Of course, I don't see that happening. But even if it was 8%, is anybody happy with 8% return? No. Well, Bobby, it's safe. Is it? No. So I'm kind of like with Ken. All you got to do, find you somebody that works as a trucker or somebody that works with the railroad and call them. Hey, baby, how y'all doing? Man, we are wide open. Really? And well, that's not what the news says. News says things are horrible. Check with your railroad guy. We all need, I'll ask my friend Steve if I can give him y'all's phone numbers, y'all can call. You all need a friend at the railroad. So they'll tell you how the railroad is running, because hate it or not, those evil railroad cars that burn that beautiful, beautiful coal. Oh, if y'all ever been to a coal mine? There's nothing like it. Oh man, just walking on little bits of coal, that's nice, clean, good energy. And they're just burning it as they are traveling all across our country, delivering our goods to the Dollar General, because you can go to the Dollar General now in a pasture, y'all. That's where we've got them over here. Honest to God. Dollar General, cow. Dollar General, donkey. Right side by side. If you're in rural Georgia, there's a chance that you have a Dollar General standing right next to a cow pasture or a chicken house. They're everywhere. So go to your Dollar General, see how everybody's doing. You know, hey, people still buying the Dollar General, and if they're there, hey, baby, we are open for business. So I'm not scared at all about the markets, not worried at all. So what we do is we've kind of bought into a Lacello algorithm that tells us to buy and sell based on, you know, a formula, an algorithm, rather than basing it on emotion. So when emotion tells us to buy or sell, well, that's generally we do the worst thing, right? Because everybody gets out of their stocks when it's crashing. Oh God, I got to get out of my stocks. They're crashing, and I get out and you take the loss. No, that's not when you take the losses, man. You got to hold, baby. You got to have your diamond hands. You got to hang on for dear life. Come on, baby. This is the United States of America. Where are we going? Well, Bob, you don't understand. We got Putin just about ready to waltz into the Ukraine. Friend, let him waltz. Let him waltz, right? That ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, Bobby, that's going to make energy prices go up. Not if our president would open up the Keystone Pipeline, it wouldn't. Huh? What if we were to cripple Putin by not letting him have all the energy being sent to Western Europe and making all that money? We're making Putin rich by us shutting down the Keystone Pipeline. You think oil is not traveling from somewhere to somewhere? But Bobby, it won't be along the Keystone Pipeline. It's traveling somewhere, friend. It might as well travel to us. Unbelievable. We were a net exporter of energy, oil and gas. And now we change presidents and Papa's out buying ice cream every day. Unbelievable. What do you say? Oh yeah, universal basic income. That's it. Interest rates in the Fed modulating the stock market was discredited years ago. Been this way big time since at least 1820. Yeah, and everybody's scared of them. Dollar General in Georgia, that's the gospel truth. By God, you go to Dollar General. Someone was bitching over here today because in our local Dollar General, the meth heads, and I don't know how they know it's the meth heads, but apparently the meth heads are going in and they'll see a pack of 4 socks. And the meth heads are stealing only 1 pair of socks from the pack of 4. So when someone else buys the pack of 4, you don't realize that a whole pair of socks is missing until you get them home. And then you call the Dollar General and you say, hey, apparently the meth heads are stealing socks. So Jesus should have said, hey, you will always have the meth heads around. They're always going to be there. The crackheads, the meth heads, whatever you want to call them. You're always going to have them around too. So, you know, buckle down, baby. This is America. And we, like it or not, live in this great capitalist society where we have free markets. We have very good liquidity. We have a wonderful plan. I think that we've got a wonderful plan, and time will tell, I guess. And we're going to accumulate assets when they are underpriced or when price goes down. And when price goes up, we're going to sell them and we're going to convert that to cash. Well, Bobby, shouldn't you be in Bitcoin? Shouldn't we be in the cryptocurrencies? Hell no, we shouldn't be in that, because you're saying, well, Bobby, you don't understand. Crypto is going to replace the US dollar. Okay, you're telling me it's going to replace the US dollar. Well, how bullish are you on the US dollar? Huh? What are you doing with the US dollar? Is the US dollar a sexy investment for you? Are you going, hey man, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing with my dollars. I'm putting them under my mattress is what I'm doing, so that they can decay 7% a year with our current inflation rate. Is that what you're doing? And you're telling me that crypto is going to replace the dollar. Who's bullish on the dollar? Who's sitting there going, man, I can't wake up today because I'm gonna buy me some dollars. I'm gonna invest in the US dollar. Nobody. Nobody wakes up and say, that's where I'm at. I'm putting all my money in US dollars. So here you are going to put your money in something that's going to replace the US dollar. Okay, Einstein, that sounds like a great plan. Unbelievable. It's not a great plan, right? What is crypto? You don't even know what causes the price of crypto to go up and down. What causes the NASDAQ or the S&P 500 to go up and down? I know. If people are buying from Amazon, if people are buying from Kohl's, Dollar General, Starbucks, that evil, greedy corporation that uses little slave labor to harvest all those coffee beans all over the world, yeah, that place. Where Beth goes and get her 7 pumps of Mickey Macchiato or whatever it is she gets. Unbelievable. I can't stand to go there. You go through the drive-through and you go, I just like a piece of cake or pie. Oh, we don't have cake or pie. We've got croissants. Who the hell wants a croissant? I don't want a croissant. I want a piece of pie or a piece of cake to go with my coffee that the poor little slave laborers had to milk and travel on some darn train to get here to the United States. So I think that we're going to be just fine. All right, so the AD is negative 33. Uh-oh, look, y'all, but the market's been really big today, but now we're at the end of the day. Watch, y'all, watch the screen turn to red. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Let's look at it. What do we got below us to catch us? Well, we got the overnight high. We just took that out. We've got a pivot point. We're about to go back into the opening 15 range. We're about to go to the cash open. We're about to go here. We're going to cross down below VWAP. And I bet you we're going to go down here. And God forbid we might go to the overnight low. Look at this. The AD is pointing down. So what we should all do right now is go out and buy a 0 DTE put in SPY. That's what I ought to do. Let's see if I can buy one. If I think it's going to tank before the end of the day. This is a Don Kaufman move right here. Don would go out to SPY and he would go, SPY, baby, SPY. And he would take a shot. He would say, I think it's going to crash. So where would I go buy me a put at? Buy me a 1-day put, expiring in just a little bit. Here I could go right, let's see, 432. Where are we at now? We're at 435. Oh, Bobby, don't you know that's a 37 delta, 49.50 delta. I could pay $215 right here, buy this put, and maybe buy it back by the end of the day. No, not buy it back, sell it. I'm just not used to buying options. So let's see what happens to that one out there. Let's remember let's just put this over the side and see what happens while we're here together. So it's at 214 now. That thing be $10 time it's over with. Well, it won't be $10, but let me take a snapshot. So we'll remember at the end of the day when I said we should have took a shot. And people take those shots all the time because the market just looked heavy all of a sudden. All right, so let's go into our thing. Oh my gosh, where's it at? Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so look at it. I told you it's going to take it out. It's going to take it out. It's going to take it out. And boom, baby. Once we get past these 3 things here, there is nowhere to go but down. So really interesting to see that. All right, so let's go look at our volume profile. By the way, next Tuesday, you and I will be redoing our charts. You do not want to miss Tuesday because it'll be our first trading day of the new month, and we'll be drawing all the green monsters. How many green monsters do we draw? We draw 2 of them. There's really no more that I need. I need to look at the E-minis, and the E-minis are perfectly priced. Look at that, right down the middle, babe, right down the middle. And the cool thing is this point of control, because we're always looking for price to go back up to the point of control and volume profile, this point of control is about to switch. The new point of control will be down here. See this big long thing? Once we trade just a little bit right here, it's going to get a little bit comfortable. Then this red line will move down here. This will be where the most volume is traded over the next 10 days. But isn't this great? Look, our levels work. When did we draw this? We draw this on January the 3rd. And these levels work time and time and time and time again. Y'all see that? How they just work. These just work. So here we are right here. We are evenly priced. Wouldn't surprise me. We're going to go down to this level, maybe even before the day's out. It's just very comfortable here. Let's see what happens. All right, let's go to our NASDAQies, our NASDAQians. See what our NASDAQ's doing. Come on, NASDAQ. just like we said, look, these numbers always work. Look, consolidation along those areas there, consolidation there, consolidation here, down to the 50, up to the top there. What do? We go down, we have support here, resistance here, support, and then we have a little free fall back into here. Where does it go? Right to our line. All right, and it goes back up. Exactly where does it go? To the top of the fair value line, to the bottom of the fair value line, to the top of the fair value line, and it becomes overbought. Then it becomes back into fair value. Then we see support. Then back to the 50, back down here, we see support, and we see back to the 50 line. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And we are about to see probably a bigger move to the downside on NASDAQ. Why? Because look where volume is real comfortable right here. And I figure this area will become the new dominant point of control, and this red line will move to this line. Everybody see that? That's how I use this. Now, does any of this matter? Crap, no, right? We don't necessarily believe in technical analysis. So we just use a couple things, just say support and resistance. And the big green monster that we do here is probably the best thing we have. Not the best thing that we have. So let's see what happens with our skew driver. How's our skew driver doing today? Old Bobby, old pal. So I could probably go here to the 28 days. See if we can see the $20 wide SPX trade that is going for $5.20 and see how far away from the money that one is. So it is 5.4, 5.5. I may not see it. 5.4, 5.5. So we probably got to go with this 115 now. 5.4. I need to build this on out a little bit, I guess. So let's say, you know, between 115, 120, probably where we're at, probably the 119 or so. So I'll put 119. That's just an approximate. So let's do 119. That's a little more than yesterday. Come on. 128, 22. Still would expect for SPX to go up in the coming days. We just don't know how quickly for the skew to normalize. So skew is still puffy. It's still puffy. All right. Now let's go to one other thing. Now remember, and Matt Jollywally was asking this, and he said, let's go to SPY. Remember, if the SPY is below this line, this is the 200-day moving average line, on the final trading day of the month, we have the option, but not the obligation, to totally get out of TQQQ if we want to. All right. I don't think I'm going to. I think I kind of like how it's going. I like how I'm being in it. I don't care if it goes down. I'll just try to buy some. So right now, it's not the time to get out. We're going to see what happens at the close of Monday, which is January the 31st. And if SPY is below this, then we could go to cash if you wanted to on the first. I don't think I'm going to. I kind of like how I've held in here even during these periods of big down movement. So let's look at the TQs. Look at this, y'all. Remember, we used to have this nice little linear regression that looked really good and going up. Now we're almost flat. Can you imagine how cool it will be, though, if we get back into the little channel here, and if we were to go back to what, 92 there? Can you imagine? Not outside the realm of possibility, is it? So we're a little overstretched to the downside here. So if we pop back in, it'll be a nice day for us. Now, some of you have asked about the new indicator that I spent $30 for from some dude. What does it say? You would think that it would tell us to get out of this, right? But there's been no signal. There's a signal to get in, which you would have done 25% of your account. And it says, hey, get in another 25, so you'd be 50% invested. And according to his little thing, you should be 75% invested now in the TQs. And so it never issued a sale there. I thought that was kind of interesting. So do I really rely on this for anything? No, I just thought it was funny. You know, guy selling something for $30. He wrote a little ebook on it. It's kind of cool. And I can direct you to him if you want that to look at this. All this is, I think, is a stochastics. He's got a couple of a slow stochastic and a fast stochastic and all that. I don't necessarily buy into all that garbage, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so we got that going. So where do we need to go now? All right, why don't we let's refresh our price. Remember, we've got our little spreadsheet totally worked out. We've got all the bugs worked out of it. We hit this and it says buy 69 shares. That tells us that the price is going down. I told you that I am taking too many actions. I'm buying too much. I'm doing it every day, right? And I need to slow my roll. So as much as I'd like to buy 69 shares today, I'm not. I really should look at this once a month, but I am a degenerate gambler. I really am. So what should I do with my high risk tolerance? I should probably go in and buy one share, just one. And I can do that, right? Not buy 69 like the trigger tells me, but I should just buy one. Let's do that. Let me bring this over here. Bring this over here, old Bob, old Bob. Old Bobby, old pal. Hey, kids, bring the new dog here. I want to show everybody the new dog that hadn't seen it yet. We got a golden doodle. And I know what you're saying. Bobby, you paid $8,000 for that golden doodle. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Bobby, I know how much some golden doodles go for. Hey, I got you. And you're thinking, at least you paid $1,400 for it, and I'm going to call you wrong, right? What do you mean your aim does not work for you? What do you mean it doesn't work? How come it doesn't work?
This goes beyond the topic of golden doodles, but there's your reference. I don't have the 365, so somewhere I've eradicated the FB and replaced it with RTD, but there's somewhere in that spreadsheet that's still looking for something for Office 365, and it just will not work. And then on the one sheet, let me see down here, look, I think it's the AIM activity, but it might be it references an A2 cell that right here. This one here, it doesn't show up. You don't have the A, it's hidden, but it shows up as when you find it. It says something like unassigned or undefined. I got this error. I can't figure out what you've done.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Kim. Would you trust me to like email that to me and let me clean it up for you? Do you mind me seeing your stuff? If you'll send it to me, I'll work on it this weekend and I'll clean it up for
you. Yeah, it basically I think you got something in there that's still Office 365, but I can't figure it out.
Okay.
And I pay for my Office 19. I'm going to keep it till the wheels fall off.
I don't blame you at all. Yeah, if you'll email that to me, Ken, I'll try to see if I can clean it up for you. So
all right, will do.
And that's what we probably need to do. I probably need to create a version that still works off of TOS, and so for people that don't have the 365. So we'll try that. Y'all look at this little dog. Is that not sweet? His name is River, and he comes from Tallapoosa, Georgia. And I did not give $8,000 for it. I gave $250. And he's sweet. Now he didn't have papers and nothing like that, but he's just, oh my gosh, he's a little baby. Sweet little dog. Even though I'm mostly a cat person, I still have my cats. All right, take him, y'all, okay? Thank y'all. Bye, River. Don't hurt him, okay? Don't throw him off the stairs. Hold on a second. He's a sweet little thing. All right. And yes, I rescue pound animals too. Don't everybody say, oh, Bob, you should buy animals. You should go to the pound. I've done that plenty of times. All right, what should I say now? What are we doing? All right, so I'll fix Ken. I'll try to get a version that'll pull on the Thinkorswim stuff. But I like this, right? Just hit the refresh key, look at that, boy, and it'll do it for you. So let's buy one share. That is my compromise to satisfy the degenerate gambler that is me. So let's do that. Let me see what it's trading for. Bobby, you don't have live quotes over here, not in this account, because this is a corporate account. I put my accounts in corporations so that when Beth finally does leave me one day, that she won't be able to take me there. No, I'm just kidding. She said, I wish I could get out here. Are you kidding? Walk in the park for her, I can promise you. All right, here we go. Oh man, come on, Bob. Get it together, dude. Ain't no /TQQQ. The darn dog likes to bark. I woke up last night. He was laying on top of my head. I could not breathe. All All right, so let's buy one share at 52.71. 52.71.
Shut up.
And then that'll show you how the spreadsheet works. 52.74. Hurry, Bob, it's going up. 52.74. Go one share, get it filled, Bob. Now. 52.74 going once. There we go. There we go. So my field orders in at 52.74. All right, so let's put that in. So we bought one at 52.74. And this will be good to show you how it works, y'all. So you put in one share, 52.74. And you put in the day of our Lord that we do this. And then put in your little symbol. And then you put no, because it was a signal purchase, right? Signal purchases mean no. Go back to the dashboard. Ta-da! So it went from 68 shares to 67. Very good. So now my empire is 603. All right. Bobby, oh, Bobby, oh, Bob. Now what do we want to do? All right, so why don't we do this now? We got some cleanup to do. So here's my cleanup. I'm going to go in and I'm going to close, even though I've made 99% profit over I've made $1,500 on my 5 shorts, right? I'm going to close those. Well, Bob, why don't you just let it fly, baby? That ain't my mojo. It's 59.5, and it surely will, you think surely will close out of the money, but I don't take those chances. So I'm just going to close it, pay a little commission to close it. So I'm going to close these covered calls. So I'll create closing order, buy those back for 2 cents. I'm going to try a penny. Let's see if we get filled at a penny. Come on, Bob. Old Bobby, old pal. So it looks like it's costing me $7.75 in all to close on. No takers at a penny. We'll go up to 2 cents. And we'll get filled at 2 cents. Cost me $12.75. We are out. All right. So during these turbulent times, I'll probably roll out, and I could roll them and do it as one order, right? What you got, baby? Oh, look at that. What is that?
Pot.
What?
Pot.
A pot?
I made it.
Oh, look, you made a pot. What do you mean a pot? Like a pot. Oh, and you got to stir too, right? You stir the pot? Yeah, how about that? That's very good, son. You're very proud of you. You're very talented. That talented. All right, what was I doing? Oh, so why don't we go out 7 days and let's sell some more. Now, here's what I can do now, right? So now I own 600 shares. Last week, we sold 5 calls. This week, I could sell 6. Now, there will be those who are snooty and says, well, Bob, you can't sell one under your cost basis. So you need to make sure that your strike is above your cost basis in case you get called away. I understand all that. Listen, I understand all that, but I don't necessarily agree that I have to do that, because I'm willing to roll and try to not get my shares taken away from me. I got it. Hey, but Bobby, technically you should make sure your strike is above the 62. So if I did that though, I'm only going to bring in $27. Who wants to bring in $27? I mean, give me $1,200 here. Let's sell them. I mean, if we're going to sell them, let's sell them. Heck, sell them at the money. If you think this thing's going to go down in the next week, I don't necessarily know. I'm gonna split the baby. I'm gonna sell me 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 at 204. Let's see if we get filled. 6 at 204. 7 days out. Oh, your buying power will be below 0. Oh, I see what it's going to do. It's going to make me wait until that settles. We're closing my thing. That's probably why I should have done it as a row. All right. Hey, listen, I'm fine with you, Thinkorswim, doing that, but I should get immediate relief in that and should be able to sell my call. So that should be no buying power against my TQQQ. They just hadn't figured it out yet. Does everybody see that? I wonder if it would have let me roll. I don't like doing rolls. I'd rather do separate trade and separate trade, but that may be why it's not letting me do it. Okay, that's fine. Hey, I don't need you. I don't need you. Hold on a second. Let me see what that said about my buying power. Because if I have 600 shares and I'm selling 6 of those, let's see if it'll even let me do one. Order. Let's see what it does here. If I go, we'll do just one. Go the right way, Bob. Go the right way. 204. That's buying power 0. So buying power for options looks good. Okay, well, maybe they'll let me do a few. Let me see what they'll let me do. They should let me do 6. Unless I got a feeling that when I bought my last whatever's of that put me over 600, I'll bet you that hadn't all settled yet. So I bet you they only think I've got 500. I don't know, but that's it. No, buying power effect there. Buying power for options. Looks like that one will let me do it. $10,000 buying power. Hold on a second. That still shouldn't be right. Let's see what it does if I go 4. 4. Bob, won't you split the baby? So can buying power for options. That looks good. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Why don't I do, if we're thinking about it, I could do 4 today. Market goes up Monday. I could do another one. Market goes up Tuesday. I could do another one. Great day to do it. Let's try 4. 4 covered calls. There we go. I think that's exactly the case, y'all. I think that they're not letting me do the 6. They'll let me do 5. They won't let me do 6 because they believe that I was at 599 shares. Remember, because I've been buying 1 or 2 every day. That's what it is. All right, so now we've got some of our covered calls in. Now, remember what I did last time is I used the premium from selling the calls to do what? To buy puts. But I don't have to do that now because I now have puts that I've got out at here. And I bought these puts, the 50 puts, at 330, right? Which looks like that was a great little trade for me. That entire trade's up 210. Now, what I could do is buy another one. I've got 4 of those, and I've got 4 covered calls. But and the best time to buy put is on a what? On an up day. It's the best time to buy put. So best time to sell puts on the down day. But I don't think I'm going to buy one. I don't think I'm going to use any premium. I think I'm just going to go with my 4 out there. All right, so I got that done. Now let's see, what else do we need to clean up? So we sold our calls. We could have sold 5. They won't let me sell 6 because they still think I've only got 500 shares of stock because the way they settle, 3-day settlement time, whatever it is. All right, let me think what else that we need to do. Oh, we need to look at the forest and the trees. So the forest says my delta is delta neutral. Spy-weighted deltas are 1, 2, 10, whatever it is. I'm delta neutral going into the weekend. I like it. I don't like, depending on what theta is, it's moving around. So it's pretty flat as well. My Vegas negative 201. And it's saying I'm up or down $40 on the day, which I don't think is, well, I'm not sure if that's totally right. Because in the other account, it says we're up. We were up 2,000, now we're up 1,300 in the other one. All right, so what I want to do here, we sold that. Oh, let's look at our groups. Let's kind of see what all we've got on here. Let's look at all of our groups. And I got a feeling I need to take some of these off. So there's 111 trades. Let's see. And I'm looking for the ones where the gears are no longer there. So this micro BSH must have expired. So let's delete that. Just kind of clean up some stuff on a Friday. Since it's just us friends together, just gathering around, doing a little bit of trading on the day, playing with our golden doodle dogs. And my sister got this dog's sister, and then for her mother-in-law, they got another one of the sisters. So we kept 3 of the dogs in the family. Let's just see here what we got coming off here today. Bob, there's another one. Oh, TQQQ covered calls are gone. So now I need to put these in the covered call. This needs to go into the covered calls. Right here. Right click, move to group. It's not showing. Unbelievable. Make it we can see everything. And then we're going to update our net lick for the week. See if we're up or down. We're down big on the year. Most people wouldn't show it because they'd be embarrassed, but I ain't embarrassed. Look at me, y'all. Look what I'm wearing. Underwear and an old t-shirt. right, so let's put those on the covered calls. Move to group. Move to TQQQ covered calls. Bingo. And then ProShares Trust, well, we've got 30 shares that we've not put into our QQQ Empire. So let me move that to the Empire. TQQQ Empire. Oh, where's my Empire? Hey, I don't like y'all around me like this. Y'all are crowding me, babies. All right. 4 puts. Where do I put those? I guess I got to create something. So I'll move to this and I'll just add a group and call it TQQQ long puts. TQQQ long puts. There we go. All right, so we got the puts in there. We close those calls. Apparently we've got the one micro future still. That's still on. That's a good thing though. That's up $1,100. We've got, what else is here? Aha, that's part of a black swan hedge that I put in. So I got to figure out where to put that, but not while y'all are here. I can do that later. All right, so let's see if there's any more of these little groups that we need to peel off that have expired. Here's one. No gear shifter. Delete that group. Delete. Let's see what else we got. Delete. I'm just looking to clean stuff up. Make my thing just a little better. Another one. And I've got more options expiring today too. So I've got more 111s expiring today. Now you've noticed we've not been putting on the 111s. Why? Well, because we got a few margin calls. We had to close some things. So I'm just kind of letting things settle down. We've got our hedges in place. Everything's looking good. We just want to make sure that we're all cleaned up. Clean. My mama, I FaceTime my mama today, and she says, Bubba, you need to shave and brush your hair. And I says, why, Mom? She says, you look rough and old. And I said, yeah. And then I said, I got a class. She said, please tell me you're not gonna look like that during your class. They don't see you on video, do they? And I said, well, yes, I do. She said, Bubba, Mama. If your mama's telling you you're ugly and homely looking, you know it's bad. Chill out, Mama. All right. I'm like, they love me for my personality, Mom. Not necessarily the best looking thing on the thing. Now let's go back to font sign, extra hard. Now we got a thing. Now let's go back and look at our Greeks one more time. Just make sure I'm fine going into the weekend. Looking at the far. So deltas are flat, thetas are slightly positive, vega's manageable, and I think we're good going into it. All right, so now let's update our little thing, see if we're up money or down money. I know we're down big on the year. Let's see what we are today. So we're going to do this every Friday, 1, 28, 22. And we are at a net lick of, hey, you need to pull your pants up, baby, your crack's showing. Hey, would y'all get my, where's my telephone? Does one of y'all have my phone so I can see my net lick on my account? Yeah, down 13% on my toss account. This does not include my TQQ positions, down 1,400. Sucks, but it could have been real bad. Yeah, I mean, really. Let me move this because you know how Thinkorswim gets on to me if I show y'all my. JoJo, you got my phone? Well, bring me my phone, you little brat. Unbelievable. You took it, JoJo. I gave it to you. Then he says, he spells it for me. Yeah, no, I don't have your phone. Unbelievable. Beth wanted kids. I remember I was there. Take that off. All right. So we're down a little bit. We're down. We're 37, 7, 8, 9, 6, 9. 6, 9. We would expect to be down though. So we're down 21%, 37, 7, 8, 9, 6, 9. Now it's 37, 783. So it's moving all over the place. So we're down a little bit. Down $11,000 on the year. Oh, it's not for the faint of heart. Not for the faint of heart. But what are we doing? We're building a name empire. Is that smart? We don't know. We're just trying. So let's go back. See what else we gotta do in this account. Oh, we need to look and see how we would have done if we were just in the S&P 500, right? So S&P 500, oh, they'd be kicking our butts now. So SPY is around 437.98. 37 is 435.01. Let me make sure this is updating too. SPY current strike price. Oh man, I don't have that where it automatically updates. I should. All right, so that SPY is going for 435.14. 435. Oh, I had that fixed too. All right, 435.14. Hold on, let me do this. Equals ask. No, equals A2. There we go. A2. This is one of those 365 things. Price. There we go. Price. Hit enter. 432.85. Not right. It says 435.12. Can somebody look up the darn price of SPY for me? Unbelievable. Let me hit this again. See what it is now. SPY net equals A2 price 432.75. Okay. Is that right or not? I'm not sure. So this says that my portfolio value is 45,450.49, 45,450.49, 45,450.49. So if we were 100% in SPY, we would be doing much, much better. But remember, we are taking advantages of the down moves. We're buying additional shares of TQQQ. And when it recovers, we expect to totally overtake this one over here. So, I just wonder why my numbers between that and this are not right. All right, so let me do the same thing over here. So over here, I need to close my calls as well. So over here, positions, TQQQ, we've got 438 shares. So we sold 4 options here, and that's up 99.6%. I'm going to close those. Close those. Let's get out of them for 2 cents. Okay, let's see if they'll let us do 4 more. So TQQQ, let's do trade. Let's do 7 days out. Not sure they're going to let us do 7 days out. What do I want to sell this? So 55, 56, 55. So we do. See if they realize we've got shares and this is a covered call. 4. Yeah, this is our, we might not let us do 4. 68.05. When we had it at 3, giving us a $928 credit in the, well, no, that's 4. Yeah, 4 gives us a 928 credit. There it is. Now, when we go 5, you're off the rails, Bob. You can't do that. That's a deal. So it looks like it'll let me do 4. And how many shares are we on? No, 438 over here. Okay. So sell 4 of those, Bob. There we go. So we've got our covered calls later. We've got our puts. We've got 438 shares. So everything looks good. Let's look at VIX while we've got VIX. I'm thinking about it. Don't do it enough. Let's see what volatility is doing. So vol is down a little bit today. It's at 29. So it's almost still at 30. Still too high for us to put on our 120-day out VIX call hedge. No need to do that today. We're going to wait till we get way back down in here before we would even consider that. All right. So what else we want to do, Bob? You've done that. Done that. Done that. Fill those 2 orders. You've looked at VIX. Is there anything else I need to do, y'all? Oh, look, and see, we're totally, we're just sucking this year, right? We're sucking. Now, if this continues, and never goes back up, we're done. We're idiots. But I still think we're on the great side. I still think we're on the great side. And what happens is this is, on the day when I'm down $11,000, does that feel good? I know it doesn't, I guess, but at the same time, I know I've got a plan. I've got a plan for when things go down. I got a plan for when things go up. So it takes the fear and greed out of it. Now, some of y'all could not stomach, such a big 20% drawdown in your account. If you can't, you need to tame it down some. Maybe you don't do the crazy thing like me and do 70% of your account in TQQQ. Maybe you do 50%, or maybe you tone it down with UPRO, or maybe you tone it down with a non-leveraged ETF, or maybe you tone it down with just doing 2x leverage on the Qs or the SPY. So you got all kind of options. But the good thing is you've got a plan. Market goes down, what's your plan? You buy more. Market goes up, you sell. Well, how do you know when to buy or sell? Well, the spreadsheet will tell you. How often should you check your spreadsheet? I think probably once a month, because I've run out of cash really quick by keeping buying my TQQQ, but I still believe. What if TQQQ goes down to 20? It goes down to 20. And it just does what it does. I will still be trying to accumulate more shares. So it's an interesting proposition. Matter of fact, if y'all know Jan on the AIM Facebook group, so he's the one that I learned about the AIM thing from. He says that AIM is not well equipped to handle a 3x leverage ETF. He said, you're much better to put it in a 2x leverage. And then I told him, I know the risk, I accept the risk, plus I've got some hedges in place too. So I still think that I love the plan. I'm very excited about the plan. I can't wait to see what happens in our account. And we'll be, shown to be idiots, or we'll be shown to be geniuses, I guess. I think we're probably right now where Edison was, where he was going, what can I find for the filament in the bulb? And he not yet found, what was it did he come up with? Tungsten, right? So we're still feeling out every part of the plan. We want to make sure that we're, somewhere on the plan. We just don't know where we're at. But when that light bulb finally shines, I think we're going to be on the right side of this. Let's look at the Analyze tab really quickly. Let's look at our hedge just to see how we are going into the weekend. We're going to do 4 vol steps. 4 vol steps. Weekend. And we're going to bump that up to 10. So I can see what we're going to be at a 20% down rate. And I want to hide simulations. Single symbol, looks like we're up 38,000 on a down move. How's the portfolio looking on a 20% down move? Yeah, we're 14,000 up. Good. In other words, I want to stay in business. Now, keep in mind, if your investment horizon is like you got to have this money in 2 or 3 years, then this definitely is not the plan for it. If you're 10 years out, I'm pretty sure this is where we need to be. So very excited about it. Anyone got any questions on today? Boy, we went a whole hour, didn't we? Oh, let me show you this too. Ta-da! I did that on my own. Didn't it look good? The University of Alabama presents How to Be Confident in Uncertain Markets. I don't know if that's the name of what Tom's going to be talking about or not, but I sent it to him to get his, say, hey, what do you want me to call this? So I just put something in there. So that's not necessarily what he's talking about. But remember, this is going to be February the 22nd. It's going to be on a Tuesday. And he's going to be with us at 12:30 Central Time on Tuesday, February 22nd. So I will circulate this within our group. Love everybody to be there. And it's going to be just exciting, I think, to have Tom to speak to our group and see what he has to say to us. All right, any questions, any comments? How y'all feeling? Everybody's feeling good. Everybody's doing good. Look at this crazy market. Let's see what NASDAQ's done all of a sudden. That's still up 1.06. Yeah, NASDAQ's still up 1.59%. So cool. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see y'all Monday.